Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Slay the Spire. Today's challenge run for Slay the Spire, I'm naming Retrograde, with the rule that I cannot play an upgraded card from my hand. Mostly that just means that I'll never upgrade cards, but the wording of this rule allows it so that if a card does get upgraded, I don't just end the run immediately. It just basically becomes a curse in my deck. Also, there are some tricky ways that I could still use the card according to these rules, but those are not likely to come up. I am going to play a couple runs. I believe that I'm going to start with the Watcher for this one. The Watcher has a card in her starting deck that's really nice to upgrade, Eruption. However, there are some replacements for Eruption, such as... oh, what is it called? I wanted to say Wrath, but that's the stance name. But there are some replacements for Eruption that you don't really need to upgrade as much as you would Eruption. Anyway, let's get started, and I am going to go to level 3 Ascension with the Watcher. I don't know, because I've never tried this, how this challenge stacks against the previous challenges that I've tried, but I believe this one might be a little easier. Let's find out. Alright, a random rare card could be good or bad. Removing 2 cards is quite nice, but losing the 7 max HP is not great, of course. I don't think that I can choose this one because there are at least a couple of boss relics that give you upgraded cards. There's one that I think transforms 3 cards and then gives you upgraded versions of the transformed cards, and that would be pretty bad to start out the run. And Blake, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you here. I might just get a common relic. The random rare card scares me a little bit because there are some rare cards that are great once upgraded, but are not wonderful if you don't actually upgrade them. I can't remember the Watcher rares well enough to know, but I think it's between these two that I'm picking. And I think I'm going to go with a rare card because I want to see. Let's see. Spirit Shield. That's actually not bad at all. Gain 3 block for each card in your hand. I think the upgrade gives you 5? 4. Okay. But you do not need to upgrade Spirit Shield. Spirit Shield is pretty good without an upgrade. So that's a good start, I think. Going to fires is not nearly as important as it normally is. Fires are just rest spots this time. But I do like getting a rest spot right after an early elite. So I think I'm going to go this way and fight that fiery elite. The other way is not as interesting. Yeah, let's fight this fiery elite, and then after that we can figure out whether we're going left or right. Well, we'll go right, but then we'll figure out whether we're going to another elite or a question mark. Alright, and because I'm doing a challenge run, I'm always thinking, I have to make sure that I'm following the rules of the challenge. And actually, it's very easy most of the time to follow the rules of this challenge. Unless I get an upgraded card in my deck, I don't really need to worry about it. By the way, the other reason that I worded the rules like this, you can't play an upgraded card from your hand, is that if I just said that you can never get an upgraded card, then I'd have to put in an exception for Burn Plus, the upgraded status card. And it's nice to not put in exceptions for those extremely corner case things. Rushdown is not bad. Rushdown is not great until we have a better way to get into Wrath, but it's still a great card. Wheel Kick is quite good. Unupgraded? Unupgraded Wheel Kick is not bad. Unupgraded Wheel Kick would be good with Eruption. It could be good with Spirit Shield if we get more energy. Let's go. I think having the early damage is very good anyway. So Spirit Shield. Spirit Shield has already been kind of nice. It has allowed me to do a couple turns a little nicer than I would have expected us to do. Put in a little bit of strike damage. I really would like to do a Wheel Kick here. And then I guess I'm going to use the Miracle so I can double defend. But that sets me up so that I can win this battle relatively easily. Oh, right. Third Eye isn't terrible unupgraded. Evaluate is one of those cards that I really like to upgrade because you get 4 extra block with it. It's slightly better than a Defend. I mean, it's a good deal better than Defend. Unupgraded. But missing out on the upgrade for Evaluate is not great. The Third Eye upgrade is less significant. That Scry 5 is not as significant as you'd think, as I would think. I would think the difference between Scry 3 and Scry 5 would be very significant, but it turns out, at least in my experience, not to be that big. The nice thing about Evaluate is that Insight is really nice. I don't know if I like Evaluate that much, though. It works well with Spirit Shield. I guess I'm going to pick it because it works well with Spirit Shield. And I might regret that later. We'll find out. This is kind of nice. I have to draw a Vigilance next turn. Well, I don't have to. But I'm going to very carefully not use that Miracle this turn in case I need it next turn, because I'm going into Wrath immediately. Okay, so we're using Vigilance this turn. Great. Bottled Miracle, not too bad. Bottled Miracle does not add upgraded miracles, that's important. The Watcher is a little tricky in this challenge, I think, just because there's so many ways to add upgraded versions of cards into your deck. Fear No Evil is just very nice. Another way to enter Calm. And then would I like a question mark or an enemy? I think I want an enemy. I think I want a lot of looks at cards for the most part. Could defeat the right one this turn. That's most likely good. I think it's good. Well, it was only okay. I did not draw Eruption, which is what I really wanted to draw this turn. I can use Fear No Evil, but then I would only get to block 8 Let's block as much of this as we can. First 2 damage. Conjure Blade is interesting. Empty Fist. Empty Fist is very sad to see when you can't upgrade it, because the upgrade to Empty Fist is really nice. That's an amazing upgrade on an attack card. Conjure Blade. What's the upgrade to this one anyway? It just adds +1 to the X. Conjure Blade, I've made some very good decks with Conjure Blade. I think it's difficult to make a good Conjure Blade deck. So the question is, do I want Empty Fist unupgraded? And I never get to upgrade it? I think I won't. I think I want Empty Body or Empty Mind, but I don't know that I want Empty Fist as much as I normally would. So moving on. I will not become cursed, please. Let's play the Evaluate so that we get an insight into the deck. Lagavulin is one where you want to set up as much as you can before you wake him. I've got my Eruption here. I could use Eruption Wheel Kick. Eruption Wheel Kick isn't too bad. It would consume my Miracle, though. Don't really like that it would consume my Miracle. I guess I've got 2 more Miracles. Let's go for it. And I'm glad to see that I did not draw Vigilance there. So, I can Vigilance, can't Vigilance and Spirit Shield, but I can Vigilance. I could do Spirit Shield if I wanted to use my Bottled Miracle. But I think what I want to do is use the Essence of Steel. I think the Essence of Steel is harder to use than a lot of potions, so when I feel like it's decent to use, let's use it. I'm going to mainly be playing a defense game. Well, here's the Eruption and Wheel Kick again. That feels pretty nice. And Fear No Evil. I think this is over next turn. In fact, with the insight in my hand, I think it's guaranteed to be over next turn. Great. Vajra, simple relic, but I like it. It kind of passively upgrades my cards. Don't really want Foreign Influence. I usually do like to have a Consecrate in my deck. Not being able to upgrade it is pretty significant. I think I'll skip it this time. I'm looking for a stronger deck. I'm down only 12, so this would heal 12 and this would be a mystery. Let's go for the mystery. Well, this is one of the few times that I choose not to use the Enter the Shining Light. I usually really like to see this, and I usually enter it and upgrade 2 random cards. But this time we're going to leave. Wondering what could have been. So, it's unfortunate to see these after I turned down a Consecrate, but I don't feel too bad about it. Typically, what I do to these is I try to defeat one as quickly as possible. We're going to defeat one on the first turn. Come on. And then taking 20 damage. 20 damage is not great, but I was prepared to take it. Would have loved to see the wheel kick in this hand. If I had the wheel kick, I probably could have defeated that right sentry there. Oh well. Gotta use the wheel kick. So we'll use a wheel kick. And I could do a miracle eruption and still go back into calm. No decisions here. So I think, how much damage have I taken in this fight? I think it's been 27. 27 damage in this fight. It's not great, but it's not the worst. Why Ascension 3 for this challenge? Ascension 3 because Ascension 3 is the highest that I have unlocked for the Watcher on this profile. So I think that this challenge is going to be easier than others, so I'm going for the highest Ascension that I have unlocked. And we'll see how wrong I am, if I'm wrong about this one being an easier one. I definitely want to play Eruption. Eruption and Strike win, so there we go. Got the Emerald Key, Strength Potion, Bottled Lightning. Interesting. I do like Conclude. Conclude is a better Consecrate, in my opinion, so I'm now happy that I left Consecrate behind, even though it probably cost me some life in this particular battle. Collect can be very good, but it puts a Miracle Plus in your hand, which means it's terrible for this challenge, because I could never play those Miracle Pluses. Now, Bottled Lightning. What would I put in the bottle? I don't think I want Spirit Shield on the first turn. I guess I could bottle Evaluate, because then we'll have the Insight sooner. It's a pretty small benefit, but I guess it is a benefit. And I'm going here because we're going up against that elite. Aha, repair. This is a good battle for our strength potion. Not a great battle for the deck I have, I think. But luckily I drew most of my skills on the first turn. And I will use the Evaluate. I think I will use the Evaluate. It shuffles the Insight in. The Insight is basically +1 draw, because you draw 2 cards with it, but you have to draw it itself. I guess I won't do that. +1 draw might be not good enough. Now, going into Eruption this early in this fight, I would take 32 damage. 32 damage, but I think I win next turn if I do that. Pretty sure that I win next turn if I do that. 12 plus 18 is 30. That's another 30. Definitely win next turn if I go into Eruption. And in fact, I win next turn going into Eruption even if I use a defend this turn. So I think. Let's calculate that again. I need to do 64 damage. This is going to do 32 damage. And then this one could do 9 times 2, 18 damage. So that is 50 damage. 50 damage plus 14 is 64 damage. That's exactly enough, which makes me worried. I could always do the wheel kick, the strike, and the conclude, though. Not play the Fear No Evil. So I definitely have it. Definitely have it next turn using the Miracle next turn, which means we can use a defend right now, which only goes down 1 health lost, but 1 health might be all we need. So the wheel kick, and then the conclude is enough. I calculated all that, and I didn't need nearly as much as I thought. So Toxic Egg is a terrible relic. We are not going to take Toxic Egg. That would kill us. That would prevent me from using any more skills, adding any more skills to my deck. So we're going to skip that one. Establishment. We have no retain cards that actually cost anything. Is Crescendo worth it? Don't really like Crescendo most of the time, so I think not. And then Perseverance is not the best. It's better than block. It's better than a defend, I guess. But we have a few better than defend cards, so I'm going to skip it. And good time to heal. I think I would like a couple more question marks in this first act. And this would be a great time for conclude. Let's see here. If I do conclude, I can defeat all but one of these if I do a wheel kick first. Let's do a wheel kick first. Wheel kick. Let's use the miracle now. Use evaluate, and then conclude, and that means we'll have enough block to not take any damage this turn. Great. Swift Potion. Swift Potion works very well with Spirit Shield. Let's take it. Hello Debbie, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the luck. Speaking of luck, do I want just lucky? Don't really know. I definitely don't want study. Study is one of those where upgrading it is, to me, very important. Just lucky, it gets better with an upgrade, but I could do without the upgrade, I guess. I think I like it enough. Scry 1 is not a lot of scry, but it is something. Alright, we could anger the mushrooms. I think I've got a pretty nice deck for this battle. Let's do it. And really that's because I have conclude. Having that conclude in my back pocket is what you need for this battle. There's Eruption. The problem is I want Eruption and Conclude. I could use my potion to draw 3 cards. Let's do it. Use the potion, draw 3 cards. We didn't get conclude, but we did get a couple of other nice things, like wheel kick. So now, I think this one right here, and then a wheel kick here. And then we use an insight, because we still want conclude. There we go. And the odd mushroom. I think odd mushroom is a pretty good relic. It's very hard to tell. This is one that it's really nice to have some stats behind it. How much damage you saved because you had this. Haha, Tantrum. Tantrum is exactly what we needed. That's basically my replacement for Eruption. I would gladly take a max HP plus 5. How well am I against Hexaghost here? Feel pretty good. Let's do the plus 5, especially because we're going to have to rest here. I could not rest. I could recall here if I feel really strong against Hexaghost. Let's do it. I kind of feel that we're going to go into Act 4. Don't feel great about winning in Act 4, but I feel pretty good about attempting. So let's do what we need to get there. I just realized, why did I go into Wrath without a way out? That was dumb. I could have just killed myself right here. Let's put another way out. Put an insight in the deck. Okay, there's a way out. Let's take that way out. And I am using my Liquid Thorns against Hexaghost. Do not want to go into Wrath this turn, I think. Actually, could be worth it. I've got Fear No Evil. Yeah, let's go into Wrath this turn. My method here is to just defeat Hexaghost very quickly, basically. So, let's go into Tantrum. And then let's use an Insight to draw Tantrum again. So we can use Tantrum again. And I don't need the energy. I could do Fear No Evil and then Tantrum, but I don't need the energy, so we're going to deal more damage. Do I want a Vigilance on top? I don't think so. Let's discard it. And then I will use the Miracle to defend here. Man, I'm constantly in the question of, should I go into Wrath or not? Yes, I should. I should go into Wrath a lot. And let's conclude with Conclude. Alright, Stance Potion is nice to see. That's kind of a save me from my own mistakes potion. I always like Vault. Vault is basically a decent card no matter what you're doing. Not being able to upgrade it, the upgrade makes it cost 2, which I think is a pretty significant upgrade. Basically, it costing 3 means that the vault is almost worthless, almost, unless we get more energy. That's not really true, but it's kind of true. Let's get more energy, though. Hey, a fusion hammer. The perfect relic for this run. I can't upgrade cards. How sad. How sad to never be able to upgrade cards. And Blake agrees. Great relic. So this way gives me a shop, a couple of elites with a fire in between, and I get an elite right there. I think I want to hit all of those elites and that shop. So I like this path. I'm definitely going to play Eruption and Fear No Evil. Do I play Spirit Shield first? Yes. Let's play Spirit Shield. We'll play Eruption and Fear No Evil. Conclude and Vault isn't the best, because you can't play the Conclude before you play Vault. I probably want to play the Conclude this turn, or the Vault this turn, but I don't have to. The Wheel Kick will draw me 2 cards, and is most likely going to draw me a Defend. Or I could play Vault and basically give up on this turn and not take any damage. I think we're going to use Wheel Kick. Wheel Kick gave me a Vigilance. Not what I wanted. I guess I could have used Just Lucky first to control my draw a little bit. That would have been a little bit smarter. Tantrum. If I use the Tantrum, he's doing 28 damage to me. Let's not use Tantrum. Here's a good time for Tantrum. He'd be doing 24, but I can block most of that. Let's do it. So Spirit Shield, Tantrum, which does give me some energy because I'm exiting Calm. And then I can play the rest of these cards and block all but 2. Wheel Kick. And let's conclude this battle. Skill Potion. I like a Skill Potion. Now Meditate. Meditate's not bad. It gives me another way to get out of Wrath. Being able to retain 1 card is much worse than retaining 2 cards. But I think I like Meditate, especially if I get, what is it called? There's a block card that gives you a bunch of block when you're in Wrath. 0-cost block card. Can't remember what it is right now. But if I get that card, Meditate becomes a lot more powerful, I think. I'll take it. I have a little too many cards. I've got 3 cards that when you play them, you end your turn. And usually don't want to have too many of those. They don't go well together. Find potions. We definitely want a Swift potion. Who's our boss? Okay, I don't know if that really changed my mind. I'm gonna get rid of the skill potion. Let's take the cultist potion for the boss and a swift potion for elites, basically. And I like my stance potion. You know, at least you two were not the first thing I saw in this act. Usually you're the first ones, and I do not like it when you're the first ones that I see in the act. So we've got a conclude. We've got wheel kick. If I use just lucky before wheel kick, I could scry once. Let's do that. We definitely don't want to draw a strike with the wheel kick. So there I've got Vault, I've got Meditate. Vault is probably what I want to play. The Tantrum, Fear No Evil, Eruption means that I can come out of Calm into Wrath, and then go back into Calm, and then go back into Wrath if I want. That's not bad. Let's do Eruption first. Right? Unless I want to avoid playing the Eruption this turn. Because I can play Tantrum again next turn. I think that's the right way to do this. So Tantrum this turn. We're going to defeat that enemy with a Fear No Evil. We're going to Eruption you. Strike you. Defend, of course. And I guess we'll defeat this one. And then Tantrum and conclude this battle. I like playing conclude to conclude a battle. Aha, Halt. This is the card I was talking about. Halt does is another one that gets a lot better if you upgrade it. But I think that Halt is very good with the deck that we have, even unupgraded. Being confused is not terrible. Yeah, it's not terrible. The real question is if I want to go into Tantrum. I think I do. I'm going to use this stance potion potentially. This fight. Do I want a basic strike? I mean, it's not the most terrible thing, but no, I don't want it. Fear No Evil is better than the rest. Does more damage. That's what I meant by better. So now we're confused. Confusion really took out the Tantrum, but it made the Vigilance much better. And we can conclude. So Spirit Shield is much better when we're confused. Let's play that. And defend, I guess? Sure. 3-cost defend. I'll wait on the strike. On using the miracle, I mean. So Meditate gets us out of Wrath. Let's go into Wrath. Vigilance also gets us out of Wrath. I don't know. This is not a great hand. Oh, I did that very poorly. I could have won this turn, I think. Oh well. We'll win next turn. I took 4 more damage because I did that poorly. But let's conclude this battle with conclude again. Simmering Fury is fine. It draws 2 cards. I will take Simmering Fury, but I also want to remove... I want to remove Eruption at this point. We can remove Eruption at the shop. Seems weird to remove Eruption at the shop, but I think it might be the right play. I could play Vault this turn. Another option is Conclude. So I'm definitely going to play Tantrum. Let's play Tantrum. And then Conclude does 26. So let's play Simmering Fury, because that essentially just draws 2 cards next turn. And now he's not attacking. Eruption is fine, I guess. What would I like to meditate? I would like to meditate on Conclude. Great. Eruption, and we will conclude this battle. Alright, those 2 cards are basically unplayable because they're already upgraded. Flying Sleeves, don't really need Flying Sleeves, so we'll skip. Rest is the only option. What do I want to do here? One option is playing a Swift Potion. I can defeat this one this turn with these 3 cards. Well, these 4 cards. I don't like that. I guess I could go out of Wrath with the Stance Potion. I'm going to do that. So we're going to start with Eruption. Eruption, Wheel Kick. Aho, just lucky takes him out. That's nice. And I don't want to defend next turn. Now I can go into Calm. And Miracle the Evaluate. I think that was a good first turn in this particular battle. I can use Vault this turn if I use Tantrum and Fear No Evil and Vault. Let's do that. Tantrum, Fear No Evil, Vault. Conclude isn't great when I'm not in Wrath. I think the Insight is good no matter what. We want to play it for the Spirit Shield. So we play Spirit Shield. We play Tantrum. This will exactly kill this Slaver. Because the Conclude... Oh, the Conclude does 19. So Conclude does 19, Strike does 10, and we don't play the Meditate. I have too many cards that end my turn when I play them. So even though they're all pretty decent cards to play, I'm not going to play them all. A meal ticket isn't bad. Entering a shop gives me 15 health. It's not bad, it's significantly worse in this challenge because campfires are also only heals for me. It just increases the number of heals that I encounter. And It'd be nicer to get a relic which allows me to defeat things more. I would love a Flurry of Blows in this deck, but that one's already upgraded, so we can't take it. Transform a card. Let's transform the Eruption. Empty Fist. I consider that not a bad trade. Tiny Chest. A tiny chest is likely to give me exactly 1 relic or 0 relics at this point. So I think this is a good time to take the Sapphire Key. The path that I'm going on gives me no question marks in this act, so I would have to hit 4 question marks in Act 3 for Tiny Chest to even do anything. So, good time to get the key. Now, what do we want? We definitely don't want Whetstone. Don't look at that. Whetstone upgrades cards. Talk to the Hand is always good. I mean, it's not always good. It's just, it's a pretty nice card, often. Let's buy a Talk to the Hand. Card removal, definitely something that I want. I think I would remove a Strike. I think I would remove a Strike. Do I care about Orichalcum? I don't think I do. Do I care about Dolly's Mirror? Dolly's Mirror, what would I copy? I could copy Talk to the Hand. I think that's not bad. Let's copy Talk to the Hand. And then card remove Strike. Card removing a Strike after adding 2 Talk to the Hands. It's a little bit questionable, but I still think I want to remove that more than a Defend. And I could be very wrong about that. Impatience. Impatience is not great. The reason that Impatience is not great, I mean, one of the reasons is Conclude. Conclude makes Impatience a lot worse. But also, I have a few things that I might not want to play, such as I might not want to play a Tantrum. Wheel Kick makes it a little worse. So, Impatience is often a card that I really like to see, but I think this deck is not the deck for Impatience. Okay, Stabby Book time. I guess for the Stabby Book, we'll probably want to use the Fear Potion. The question is, do I want to use it on the first turn? Yes, I do. Vault is quite nice here. So is Talk to the Hand. So let's start with Talk to the Hand and then Vault. Vault is good because it doesn't reduce the vulnerable, because the vulnerable decreases on the enemy's turn, not my turn. So another Talk to the Hand. No reason not to play Halt. No reason not to play Fear No Evil. Simmering Fury is quite good. Draw 2 cards and get 2 energy because we're in Calm right now. And fortunately we're taking 7. Wonderful. Can I win this turn? Wheel Kick does 48 damage. I could play Tantrum first. Tantrum does 36 damage. I surely want to play that. It's just a question of whether I need to play Spirit Shield first. So this would do 36 damage. 36 plus 48 plus another 36. That is plenty. Let's do it. Got him. Ancient tea set. Not terrible. It would be better if I had something that increased my hand size in the first turn. Duplication potion is great. Mental Fortress. Good in this deck. Let's take it. Also another card that I don't feel the need to upgrade. Mental Fortress. Mental Fortress gives 4 block unupgraded and 6 block upgraded. Much better upgraded, but still, I don't feel the need to upgrade it. Definitely playing Spirit Shield. Really wish I could attack those guys. I guess I could use a Swift Potion. It's probably worth it. I think having the ability to defeat those enemies this turn might be worth it. Oh, great. So Fear No Evil and Empty Fist work well together. Let's start with Wheel Kick. Let's Fear No Evil. And then Empty Fist, which gives us some energy back. And then a nice talk to the hand there. And an Evaluate. That was an excellent first turn. Wonderful use of that potion. Better than expected. Don't really need to play Vigilance. What in my discard would I like for next turn? Probably Wheel Kick, honestly. So we're probably going to play Meditate to get Wheel Kick. Let's use the Insight. Simmering Fury is very nice. And then Meditate for Wheel Kick. Okay. Question. Can I win this turn? It might be possible. Let's start with a talk to the hand. Good old Tantrum. Good old Wheel Kick. Another Tantrum, why not? Just Lucky. Don't need Defends. A Halt just because. And then a Strike, Miracle, Conclude. Win. The Watcher is sometimes ridiculous. Oddly Smooth Stone, not bad at all. That essentially passively upgrades all of my defense. And Flurry of Blows, wonderful. Like to see that one, especially unupgraded this time. Alright, we've got a deck. I think this deck can defeat Act 3 already. We're not even through Act 2. Spirit Shield is a definite. And then I guess we play... I'm torn between whether I want to play Evaluate and take no damage. Why do I care about taking no damage? I have a rest spot next time. The only thing I can do at the rest spot is heal. So let's not worry about that. Let's do Talk to the Hand on you, because we're going to hit you the most. And then a Simmering Fury. And we'll take the 2 damage that we're taking. Wonderful. Flurry of Blows. It's quite good. Let's go after you the whole time. Maybe we should do a Wheel Kick first. Wheel Kick first. Flurry of Blows. Then we do Mental Fortress. Fear No Evil to go into Calm. And then we do a Miracle. How much does this do? 12 right now? So Flurry of Blows there, Tantrum there. That gets me back into Wrath and gives me more energy. Flurry of Blows, a Strike, and an Empty Fist. I like this deck. I think this deck is doing just fine. Don't need those cards particularly. Alright. The Collector. Do I even need to use my Cultist Potion? Maybe I will rather save it for the next boss. I think I will save it for the next boss. Tantrum, Wheel Kick. Fear No Evil doesn't change this time. And Strike. I want to use the Talk to the Hand on the main enemy here. So let's start there. Tantrum I also want to use on the main enemy, because it gives me a lot of block for doing that. And then unfortunately, the Empty Fist would remove my stance, and I'd rather get the Conclude to finish this turn. So let's use the Defend and Conclude. It's important to get out of Wrath by the end of this turn, which is easy because we have Meditate. Let's start with a Flurry of Blows, followed by Vigilance, and then let's see here. Flurry of Blows, where do we want this one? Let's put that one there. Another Flurry can take out you. And then a Defend and a Meditate. What do I want in my hand? Probably a Fear No Evil, honestly. And I took no damage that turn. I did not calculate it because it seemed like I was going to take not enough to kill me, so why calculate? I don't really need to play Spirit Shield because we can defeat this enemy with Just Lucky and Fear No Evil. So let's play the Simmering Fury for next turn. Just Lucky. Don't really want the Strike. And Fear No Evil. And that's it. The Collector. You stole my name. I will get you for that. Talk to the Hand. Halt, I guess. We'll end this one with a Vault. Fear No Evil does not transfer into Calm because he did not decide to attack, which was a poor idea. Let's see here. Flurry. Let's do a Vigilance so that we change out. We get the Flurry back, and then we can Tantrum back in. Use Flurry again, Strike, and Conclude. $60 damage. That's a lot of damage. Why are you dealing me that much damage? Surely that is a poor plan. Don't know when I could have used this Miracle for good effect, but I essentially didn't need it, so oh well. Collector down. Colorless Potion seems worse than what we have. Deva form. I do like Deva form. I also really like Judgment. Do we need Judgment, though? Judgment doesn't really help with bosses or really many of the elites. It helps with a couple of the elites. So what does Judgment do for me that my deck doesn't already accomplish just fine? I don't know. The problem with Deva form is that it's always going to be ethereal. And do we have enough draw in our deck to make use of all of the energy we're going to get? We've got Simmering Fury, we've got Wheel Kick, and we've got Evaluate. So maybe. Let's go for it. I now want more draw in my deck. There we go. That's more draw. Snecko Eye. So Snecko Eye is a tricky relic because it looks really bad to be confused, but drawing 2 additional cards is very powerful. And if you have any amount of 2 or 3 cost cards in your deck, which I do, often being confused can help you. So let's get a nice Snecko Eye. That was also a very good relic pickup. We've got the Cultist, well, not the Cultist, the ones the cultists worship, I guess. The Awakened One at the top. The Awakened One gets strength for every power you play. I only have 2 powers. I've got Mental Fortress and Deva form. But I'm not incentivized to take more powers because that's who we've got as our boss. And what do I want to do in this act? I don't really know, but the right side just seems worse than the left side overall, so let's start on the left side. Got my Tantrum. I've got Tantrum and Fear No Evil. And I have Talk to the Hand. So I think I'm going to start with Talk to the Hand. Do a Fear No Evil. And then a Tantrum. Am I going to defeat this one this turn? I guess so. So we might as well use a strike on one of these 2. Spirit Shield is not bad here. Let's start with Spirit Shield. Unless I want to start with a Wheel Kick. I want to get out of Vigilance, or out of Wrath, though. So Wheel Kick and Spirit Shield take all of my energy. That doesn't get me out of Wrath. Could have done Vigilance and then Tantrum. The Wheel Kick is still an option. If I do Wheel Kick, I'm taking 36 minus 19. If I do the Vigilance, I'm taking 18 times 2, 36 minus 19. It's the exact same. So I'd rather do Wheel Kick. Ho-ho, and we get a Vault. Wonderful. That costs 0. That was a little bit of luck right there. Turned out well. I think that I want to end it with Mental Fortress and Meditate. That would give us a perfect block against this enemy. So let's do a Deva form, Mental Fortress, Meditate. And Conclude seems not bad, but the Conclude is going to cost 2 if I put it in my hand right now. it might be nicer to have something that is better costed, which is almost nothing. How about the wheel kick? So the flurry of blows costing 2, kind of unfortunate. I can do the empty fist, which gives me more energy, and I can do a wheel kick. Empty fist gives me more energy. Do I do the flurry of blows anyway? No, that can't be right. Let's not do that. And then I could do a meditate this time, or I could do Simmering Fury. Let's do Simmering Fury. We've got 2 enemies to defeat. All we need to do is draw such that we can defeat 2 enemies. The Conclude almost does it on its own. So the Just Lucky is the weakest attack. Let's do that there. Let's do a strike there, and then concludes this fight. Left and the right are already upgraded. That's not good for me. I don't think I want another Just Lucky. Really loses its value with Snecko Eye. Mr. Orb Walker. Definitely going to play that Vault. A 0-cost Vault is quite strong. And there's not much else to do. Just Fear No Evil, to get into Calm, and then Vault. Hope for a better hand. That's a much better hand. Wheel Kick. Deva Form, why not? An Empty Fist gets me out of Calm. A Talk to the Hand would give me a little bit of block. There's no way to win this turn. Let's do Talk to the Hand, Empty Fist. Then I could do the Conclude or the Strike. If I do the Strike, I can do Simmering Fury, which seems quite nice. Or I could do, let's do Simmering Fury, Miracle Conclude, actually. How about that? That is a lot of 0-cost cards. 0-cost cards are quite nice. Another Tantrum. I don't think I need another Tantrum. Tantrum already adds itself back into your deck. Great card, but I don't think I need 2 of them. And here is one of those crossroads where we have to decide which way we're going. I think I want question marks more than fights right now. Because I have a deck. I really want to remove more than I want to add. So I already have the block that I need, unless he changes to something unfortunate. Okay. Definitely leaving a Tantrum on top. And then let's stop, because one of the things that the Writhing Mask can do is add a curse to your deck. So you don't want to get that curse. Definitely playing Deva Form. Tantrum is not too bad, because we're going to meditate this turn. Let's do a Tantrum. Talk to the Hand. I mean, the problem is I don't have any block yet. That's a little nicer in terms of how much damage is coming my way. And I want the Spirit Shield in my hand. Because the Confused randomizes your draw, not the cards that you take out of your discard pile. I could use Vault this turn. Vault is much worse against these malleable enemies because their malleable stays until their turn. I guess I probably want Vault anyway. Except that I already have 25 block. Huh. I don't know what I want with this turn. Let's start with a Wheel Kick. Mental Fortress is quite nice. I think the Defend is what we want right here. So I'm fully blocking. Now the question is, do I want to play Simmering Fury? I think I do. Draws me 2 more cards. 2 more cards is quite nice when all of your cards are random costs. Very sad that Flurry of Blows keeps being more than 1 cost. This is one where I'm probably going to use Vault at the end of this battle, or at the end of this turn. So knowing that, does that change what I do right here? Fear no evil. And then Vault. Simmering Fury means we go into Wrath next turn. I like that no matter what. We've got so much energy. Let's do a Talk to the Hand and then Tantrum. If I do Tantrum and he ends up at the curse-giving one, though, I won't be able to get him out of it. Because he'll gain so much block with the Malleable. So I guess what I want to do instead is Empty Fist. And then definitely need to hit again, which is hard. I guess we will do a Tantrum. Okay, that's good. Now I can do Vigilance. And we'll do a Just Lucky for the Scry. Don't want it a simple Defend. Great. I'm so concerned about getting the curse from this battle that I'm being maybe a little overly careful. Just so that I don't end up with that curse. I think Tantrum is a good place to start. Although Spirit Shield might be the best place to start, but we can do Tantrum and then Wheel Kick. And then Spirit Shield. Can I win this turn? Don't know. Okay, we're definitely going to play Conclude so that we don't get the curse. That negative effect is a curse. And Simmering Fury seems good. Conclude. He's already trying to curse me. But I believe I can win. Bottled Miracle. Is that better than what we have? I don't think so. Especially since we have Deva form. I do not want another halt, and the other two are already upgraded, which means we couldn't use them. Here we go. I Am Awake would be terrible. That would be an awful pick. I Am Rich is pretty bad because that normality is pretty bad. Don't have a good way to get rid of the 2 normality curses that would come in. So let's get a rare relic. Wheel Kick. Ooh, Mental Fortress is a good thing to start with. And let's meditate on that Wheel Kick. Early Deva form. Another Wheel Kick. And I guess a Flurry. Don't want to play the Empty Fist right now. The Tantrum is expensive, but still probably what I want to play. I want to play Tantrum and Conclude. Do I want to play Spirit Shield? No need, because if we knock him less than 70, then he splits. So no need to play Spirit Shield. Start with the Tantrum. We can get the Flurry. I'm just lucky for the damage. And then Conclude. Let's defeat the one that is attacking us. How about that? And then put Talk to the Hand on the one that's not attacking. I have a lot of energy. Let's do another Talk to the Hand, a Vigilance, and a Just Lucky. Don't need that Defend. I feel like next turn we win. No reason not to play Spirit Shield. No reason not to play Fear No Evil. No reason not to play Strike, or Simmering Fury, or Vault. And Conclude. I conclude this battle. Hey, a Peace Pipe. That makes it so that rest sites actually do more for me than just heals. I like it. Liquid Bronze. Liquid Bronze is pretty good against the heart, if we're going to the heart. Which of these... I think the Duplication Potion I actually don't want. Surprised by that. And this is a terrible set. Upgraded, which is bad. Upgraded, which is bad. Zero cost, which is bad. For the reason of the rules that we have, and the fact that we're confused all the time. Huh. How good are colorless cards in my deck? I think they're pretty good. Let's go for 3. Bandage Up. Not the most important. Purify is not too bad, though. Master of Strategy is excellent. I'm almost surely going to take that one. Don't really care for the Bomb, nor Metamorphosis. So let's take the Master of Strategy and the Purity. Don't know where I'm going to go after fighting this elite. Let's fight the elite first. The giant head seems to be one that we're going to be quite good at. Let's do Talk to the Hand. Well, we don't really need it until after we play Wheel Kick, so let's play Wheel Kick first to see what we draw. Yeah. Deva Form. Deva Form, we seem to always get at a discount. Vigilance, of course. Simmering Fury, of course. And then I think I'd rather play Conclude than Vault this turn. Let's use the Purity to exhaust the Defend. Fear No Evil can put me into Calm. Empty Fist can take me out of wherever I am. Flurry of Blows is here, and it actually costs 0. Let's start with the 0 cost Defend. And I guess the 2 cost Halt, because we have got plenty of energy. Tantrum. Can do the Fear No Evil, which will put me into Calm. I think I'd rather do this, of course. Let's empty the stance entirely, play Flurry of Blows, and then go into Calm. Nice. Could have gotten a little bit more damage if I'd played those cards slightly in a different order. Flurry of Blows, showing up, costing 0 again. I like it when it does that. Let's do Flurry of Blows first, and then Tantrum, and then another Flurry. Actually, now is the Talk to the Hand, and then Flurry. I like that Fear No Evil. Let's keep that on top. And even though we are in Wrath, we are blocking fully. I've got a Vault that costs 0. Seems nice. Let's start with a 0 cost Defend. And a 2 cost Vault. Then Wheel Kick. Another 0 cost Defend to put Slow up a little bit. And then I don't really care to play Fear No Evil, so let's play a Strike and then a Vault. Master of Strategy costs 1. Still worth it. This is a 0 cost normally, but costing 1 is perfectly fine. I'm happy to take that. I want to play the Tantrum before I play Empty Fist. Simmering Fury I should have started with. And Defend. I can play Master of Strategy and draw back my Tantrum. Of course it costs 3 this time, not my favorite. And then Empty Fist. And then I guess playing Meditate is worth it. Took 10 damage that turn. I was really not expecting to take any damage in this fight, but taking 10 isn't too bad. Got a lot of ways to do a lot of things. Let's play a Spirit Shield relatively early. I think I'd like to play all of my cards, so Flurry, Strike, Just Lucky. We can get rid of that. I can afford to play all of my cards. So what order would I like to play them in? Let's play the Fear No Evil, which puts me into Calm. Then we get our Flurry back. Then we can play Empty Fist, get the Flurry back again, and still play Vigilance. And I can't afford the Flurry this time. Good old Wheel Kick. Finish us off. Calipers. Actually pretty nice in this deck. I very frequently have extra block after my turns. So Calipers is pretty good. I do really like Sanctity, but it's already upgraded. I don't really care for the other two. If I go to the left, I could get another elite and then decide whether I'm going a normal enemy or another elite. If I go to the right, I can remove cards from my deck. Let's remove cards from the deck. I want to remove a defend. Definitely. I think a defend is worse than just lucky. So let's remove a defend. Already defeated the Darklings earlier. What do I want to do this turn? I guess let's deal damage around. I've got a Vault for 0. Vault for 0 is pretty nice. What else do I do, though? I can do Talk to the Hand, a Strike, and a Simmering Fury. So Talk to the Hand, and it doesn't really matter where I put the damage right now, because we're not going to get any of this block. Alright, here's the turn. This turn looks quite nice. Wheel Kick can defeat that one immediately. How many cards do I have in my hand? Let's start with a miracle. Wheel Kick. So a Talk to the Hand and a Strike can defeat this one. Let's do that. Then we'll play Tantrum, and then Master of Strategy. And another Tantrum wins. Great. Darkling's down. Oh, upgraded Consecrate. The follow-up... How good is follow-up in this deck? Not that great. Don't think... With how well I've gotten my Deva form, I really don't need more energy typically. Need more draw. Nunchaku. Perfectly fine. We'll take it. And then let's remove another card. What do we remove this time? Do I remove Strike? Or just Lucky, maybe? I think just Lucky is pretty bad. I think it's worse than a Strike at this point. Since we're always confused. Deva form costs 3. What is that? I don't remember Deva form being costing 3 to play. Well, what do you do this turn? You play Form, you play the Miracle, talk to the hand, Empty Fist, and conclude. That gets us the most block. Still taking a bit of damage. Spirit Shield, no reason not to play that. Flurry of Blows. Let's talk to the hand on this one. And then we can Fear No Evil over here. Oh, we've got a 0-cost Flurry of Blows. That's nice. I had forgotten about that. I'm definitely going to play Simmering Fury. And then where does the Flurry of Blows go? Don't really care. So we've got a Flurry that we could start with. We also have a Strike, which costs 0. Let's hit you with the Strike. And then you with the Flurry. I'm probably going to play Vault this turn. So the amount of block that I'm getting is not important. Of course, I could potentially just win this turn. Maybe. Oh, I had gone through my draw pile. I thought the Flurry of Blows was still on my discard. So I guess let's play Vault. Win next turn. Don't want the skill potion. Wreath of Flame. Wreath of Flame isn't the best. Technically, it's good with Tantrum, but I honestly don't care that much about it. I usually don't care. Do I care this time? I've got Tantrum, which it's good with. I have Conclude, that it's technically good with. I don't think that's enough for me to take Wreath of Flame. It's kind of like adding a Strike to your deck. Although, what would I like? Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, gain 6 block. That seems pretty good in my deck. The start of your turn, Scry 3. It's not terrible. Empty Body might be good. And then Trip. Trip is quite good. Alright, we've got many options here. I think I'm going to start with the Abacus. And then the Bronze Scales is also very good. I like Trip. And then I still have enough for Empty Body and a card remove. Excellent. Let's take it. Am I removing a Strike or a Defend? Let's remove a Defend. That felt pretty good. Could go against an Elite and then rest at that fire. I like that plan. Tantrum, Strike, and Wheel Kick could definitely defeat both of the daggers this turn. So, Tantrum first. Tantrum, Strike, Wheel Kick. And, oh, Trip. Trip is a lot worse when you're confused. Didn't really think about that. Should have thought of that. I am going to play the Empty Fist, maybe? I'm going to play the Empty Fist, purely for safety. So we are going to play Meditate at the end of this turn, which means Tantrum is fine to play. Talk to the hand there. I have more energy than I need to play all of these cards. So let's play a Flurry. Flurry of Blows here. Wait a minute. I can't play Simmering Fury if I play Flurry of Blows twice. So maybe I only play Flurry of Blows once. In that case, we're going to use the Tantrum here. Then the Strike and the Flurry over here. Oh, the Nunchaku meant I could have played it anyway. Whoops. And then Meditate. Usually these days I want the Wheel Kick, unless its cost is wrong. Let's take the Wheel Kick. I can play Vault this turn, so any block that I get this turn doesn't really matter that much. So if we're playing Vault, that costs us 2. Wheel Kick. I could just do Wheel Kick, Tantrum. Let's do Wheel Kick, Fear No Evil, Tantrum. Fear No Evil, Tantrum. And then I can play Deva Form and Vault. Apparently Brazil loves me, according to the chat. Great. Happy to hear it. Playing Meditate this turn. Can't really play Talk to the Hand, Tantrum, and Meditate. And I don't think I can win this turn, because I'm weakened right now. So what do I do? This damage is kind of too much. I need to gain enough block to block 34 and survive, which seems to be a problem right now. Let's not die. Number 1, don't die. Tantrum gets me a fair amount of block, so let's play Tantrum. And then Strike. Let's see here. Strike and Meditate. Ouch. Close to death, actually. So I can play Fear No Evil. Let's do a Wheel Kick first. Let's draw cards. Great, there's a Tantrum. So I can do Tantrum, a Strike, and we win. Okay. Toy Ornithopter, that's really nice, especially when we're at 3 health. Battle Hymn. Do I want to Battle Hymn? I don't think so. I tend to draw up to my full hand size quite frequently, which makes Battle Hymn a lot less nice. And the other 2 are upgraded, so we skip those. So I have to survive on 3 health against this enemy. I can use a potion. If I use a potion, I gain 5 health. This hand is awful. Like, really not great. I guess let's use Purity to get rid of Flurry of Blows and Evaluate, which are both hurt quite a lot by being confused. And then Fear No Evil. If I take that much damage, I will lose. Let's try not to take 5 damage. Wheel Kick gives me Deva Form and Talk to the Hand. Great. I don't really care too much about Vault this turn. Let's save it for a future turn, hopefully where it costs less than 3. Mental Fortress, quite good in our current circumstances. Let's do a strike so that we can draw cards with Master of Strategy. And I've got Meditate and Tantrum. And a Simmering Fury. Let's start with Tantrum. I probably want to end with Conclude. Don't have a ton of energy, so maybe I want to end with Meditate. Let's end with Meditate. So I'm going to play Talk to the Hand and Meditate. Alright, this is the turn where we need to not die. I do have Vault in my hand, which means we can pretty easily not die this turn, and then it just puts it off until next turn. So next turn is now the problem turn. Good old Wheel Kick, draw some extra cards. I've got Fear No Evil. The Spirit Shield. So Spirit Shield plus Fear No Evil means that we don't need to play Vault. There we go. Okay, 48 damage coming at me. Not to fear, I have a Vault in my hand. I also have a lot of different ways to get in and out of Calm and Wrath. Let's start with Fear No Evil, get into Calm, then play Tantrum, get into Wrath. Wheel Kick. Oh, Trip is quite nice there. And then I think Halt blocks everything. So Simmering Fury, and then Conclude. There we go. We can win with Conclude again. A Block Potion. Block Potion might be better than Dexterity Potion, based on how I get Block in my deck. Those are all upgraded, so we will skip those. And then we rest. I'm at 29 health going up against Act 3 boss. For my challenges, Act 3 to me is a victory. If I win in Act 3, I call that a victory. So I don't need to win in Act 4 for this to be a victory, but I do need to win this battle. And given how low I am in health, I think I am going to use the Cultist Potion here. so that I win the run. Spirit Shield. I kind of do and don't want to play Talk to the Hand. I think he loses the Talk to the Hand. I forget now. When the Awakened One awakens, I forget if he sheds all of his debuffs. In any event, we're going to play Purity, getting rid of Evaluate and Defend. Whoops. Did that wrong. I guess I only got rid of one of those. That's fine. And then let's take another turn. There we go. Mental Fortress. Even though it's a power, it's definitely worth playing, in my opinion. Mental Fortress. Let's do a Flurry of Blows. Tantrum. Flurry of Blows. Master of Strategy. So there's Deva form. I can definitely play Deva form. I'm going to go into Vigilance first. So go into Calm, get my Flurry of Blows, and then Miracle the Deva form. Alright, I've played both of my powers against the Awakened One. Because both of my powers, I think, were worth playing against the Awakened One. We definitely need more ways to get block. Well, let's start with Empty Fist. Huh. Need more ways to get block. The only ways that I have to get block right now are Halt, the Block Potion, and Talk to the Hand. I think that means we're playing Talk to the Hand this turn. So there's a Talk to the Hand. The Empty Fist can give me a little bit more energy. I see no reason not to do that, so let's do that. Flurry of Blows. The Conclude does defeat him, but if I want the block... do I play Conclude or do I play Halt? I think we might play Halt. It's only 4 block. Let's play the Conclude. And we'll strike this one for the 2 block that we get. There. Taking 6 damage overall. Halt is very nice there. Now, as long as we end in Calm or Nothing, which is possible with Empty Fist, then we have taken no damage this turn. So, let's lay into him. I like Simmering Fury. Simmering Fury is excellent in this deck. I think I want to play Fear No Evil after playing Empty Body. Or Empty Fist. So Empty Fist, Strike, and Fear No Evil is what I want. In a different order than what I just said. There we go. Ending in Calm means that I have 2 more energy this turn. Flurry of Blows, costing 2, doesn't make me happy. Spirit Shield, though. So how much damage is he dealing? That is 50... Am I calculating that right? No, it's 64. 64 damage, which, as long as I exit Wrath, then I can block, no problem. How would I like to exit Wrath? I guess the Meditate is how I want to exit Wrath. If I do that, I can't play Conclude, but I can play the other damage cards in my hand. And I really should play Trip. There we go. Let's get a Spirit Shield. Pretty easy to start with a strike, so let's start with a strike. And then wheel kick. Tantrum means that we defeat the enemy this turn. I think that's good. Do I want to end up in Calm? Yes, I do, because I can play Simmering Fury. So let's play Simmering Fury and Fear No Evil. Great. Simmering Fury is kind of something that I always want to play. Glad for it to always appear in my hand. Wheel Kick draws us some cards. Spirit Shield is excellent here. Now, 42 damage. 42 damage is not too hard to block. I will end with Meditate. So, what do we do before we get there? The Tantrum is quite good. And then Strike, Strike, Empty Fist, Meditate. And I think I want that zero-cost Wheel Kick in my hand. Seems good. Alright. I feel like we win this one, no problem. Got it. So there it was. We beat Slay the Spire with the Watcher, never playing an upgraded card. And we even collected 3 keys, so I get to try my hand against the Heart with this deck. Not very confident against the Heart, but let's go there. But the challenge is won with the Watcher. Now we're just continuing to win even more, potentially. Let's get rid of a card in our deck. I think at this point I probably want to remove a Defend. Huh. How about a Defend? Well, actually, would I rather remove... Oh, I can't remove something that I've bottled. I think that I'd rather remove a Defend than what I have bottled anyway. Let's remove a Defend. The Defends get a lot worse once we have the 2 Talk to the Hands debuffs on the enemy. I have almost no money. Flurry of Blows isn't great. Don't really want Crescendo. I guess it's down to, would we rather have a Flex Potion or a Power Potion? Possibly a Power Potion. The Flex Potion might help me against the Elite. The Power Potion might help me against the Heart. Let's go for the Power Potion. Okay. This first turn is already challenging. We've got to play Spirit Shield. That 22 block is worth it. So let's start with Spirit Shield. Talk to the Hand is certainly worth it. And Fear No Evil is certainly worth it. So I guess that's what we're doing. Talk to the Hand is not worth it, because they have artifact charges. It would get rid of an artifact charge. I guess knowing that, I think I'd rather do Fear No Evil, Empty Fist Evaluate. Fear No Evil, Empty Fist Evaluate. The fact that the reason I was thinking about removing Evaluate from my deck, by the way, is that the insight that we draw does not cost 0. However, with Deva form, that hardly matters, maybe? Certainly doesn't matter as much. I want to play Mental Fortress. We don't have enough block this turn, so we're going to play Vault, not Meditate. So Mental Fortress, Vigilance to get into Calm, or we could play Trip to get rid of the artifact charge. I think we're going to play Vigilance to get into Calm, and then play Vault. Master of Strategy costing 3 is not worth it. Let's play the Defend and an Insight. Tantrum plus Empty Body is rather good with my Mental Fortress, which gives me 4 block each time I change stances. So let's do Tantrum. Of course, play Halt while we're in Wrath. And then we can play Empty Body to get out. And I should have played a Strike or the Flurry of Blows before we got out, of course. Do like that Wheel Kick. Tantrum and Vigilance in my hand is not bad. The fact that Deva form is there, I think I really do want to play Deva form this turn. That kind of hurts. Because how bad that is, I'm going to play Wheel Kick first. I have to turn over this way eventually. So I'm going to play Wheel Kick first, because if I get another way to get out of Wrath, then I'm going to play Vigilance and then Tantrum. If I don't, then I'm going to play Tantrum, then Vigilance. So I'm playing Wheel Kick first because of that. I got another way to get out of Wrath, which means we can play Deva form. And then we can play Vigilance, Tantrum. I want to play the Master of Strategy this turn, definitely. Well, I guess what we're going to do is play Empty Fist. And then Purity. Or Evaluate. Let's play Evaluate. I'm taking a lot of damage this turn. I don't like how I'm taking this much damage. Alright, Tantrum. I can hit the one on the right for a fair amount. Tantrum costs 0. Flurry of Blows costs 2. Flurry of Blows is worse than Fear No Evil, though, and I'm going to play Meditate at the end of this turn. So, Tantrum, Fear No Evil, Meditate. And I think I want the Wheel Kick. The Wheel Kick costing 0 is very nice. Spirit Shield. Start with a Spirit Shield. And then I really should play one of these Talk to the Hands sometime, because they're not really helping me when I never play them. So I'm going to play one of them this turn, no matter what else happens. But I'd like to know if I can... Oh, another Spirit Shield. Great. So I'm going to play Talk to the Hand and Empty Body. That does not allow me to play Conclude. That's fine. $66 block. Does that block everything? I think the answer is no. Nope. Still took 8. Ick. What do I do with this turn? I can play Talk to the Hand in order to get some block, but I'd have to attack over here for that to work. This is not shaping up to be a great thing. I guess we've got to do it. We've got to do Talk to the Hand over here to gain a little bit of block. And then we do Vigilance. Flurry of Blows. Do we do Flurry? No, because we need to play... We would rather play Fear No Evil. Actually, that's not true. I will play Flurry over here. That gains a little bit more block. And then Empty Fist, and then because of the Nunchaku, I still have enough to play Fear No Evil and turn looking this way. Okay, and then we don't die. This is a better hand than previous hands. At least. Ick. Well, let's first use a Wheel Kick over here. And then I could play a couple of strikes. I'm definitely going to play Purity. Purity gets rid of one of the 2 cost strikes, one of the burns. And then that's it. If I play 2 of the strikes over here, we gain some block, and I can play Halt for a little bit more block. And then we're still alive. So my method in this particular battle, basically what I thought is the only way I'm going to defeat the heart is if I use both the potions in the heart battle. And so I've been not using these potions even though they would probably help in this battle, based off of that theory. And, well, we might die in this battle because of that. But still, I think that I've made the decision that may have been the correct decision. Insight is good even if it costs 3 right now. I guess we would rather have... We would rather have Fear No Evil in my hand than the rest of those. Okay. Let's start with an insight. Draw a couple cards. So a trip just strips off the artifact charge, which is something that we want. And then I really do want to play Wheel Kick. Draw 2 more cards, see what we find. This will be much different if we find a way to get into Wrath. We found a way to get into Wrath. It's expensive, and it does almost no damage, but it's still the right choice. So that gives us some block. Now, Fear No Evil gets us out of Wrath. Empty Fist gets us out of Calm. Let's play a Flurry of Blows. And then a Fear No Evil. And then a Flurry. And an Empty Fist. And a Flurry. And then I take 1. Alright. No, no, no. I forgot about the burns. Well, there we go. Didn't make it to the heart. I could have made it to the heart if I had used one of these potions. But I'm pretty sure that I needed both of them to defeat the heart. So I didn't use them. But anyway, we did win the challenge. We won the Retrograde challenge with the Watcher on Ascension 3. And we even went a little bit past the Act 3 when doing that. I said I'm going to do another run. I am going to do another run. Let's do it. Definitely not going to do one with the Watcher again. Which one is it interesting for there to be no upgrades? I think all of the characters, that is a pretty challenging aspect. Let's do the Ironclad. And of course we're going to do Ascension 3 again. And let's see if we can beat Slay the Spire with the Ironclad, never playing an upgraded card from my hand. First off, the first choice here is terrible. We will not choose that. I think I'd rather get 100 gold than obtaining a curse. Yeah, and I really do like taking the boss relics. The character that I like that least with is the Ironclad, because the Burning Blood is quite nice. But I do like taking the boss relics. I'm not going to do that in this challenge because one of the boss relics, at least one, gives you upgraded cards. So that would really mess me up, and I'd prefer to just never run into that. So let's get 100 gold. And what do? I could go this left side here, take 3 elites in Act 1. No burning elites. I think I like that the most. It also has only 2 fires. Let me think here. We have Burning Blood, so there's no reason not to just go all out this turn. Had to think about it, though. Perfected Strike. Fine. Uppercut is one of those that I really like to upgrade, because an extra weak and an extra vulnerable does a lot. Still, could it be the right choice? Perfected Strike is probably the wrong choice, so let's take an uppercut. And here's where I could use an uppercut. If I used an uppercut and a defend, then I would be taking 4 damage. If I use 2 defend and a strike, I take 3. But I do a lot less damage. So, uppercut it is. I guess let's do a bash and a defend. If I take 6 damage from every enemy, that would be perfectly fine. Elixir. Elixir is an Ironclad special potion. So Body Slam is significantly worse when you can't upgrade it. Body Slam being upgraded to cost 0 is very nice. Shrug It Off, I think, is a pretty strong card, even not upgraded. So I'm taking Shrug It Off. We've already talked about Perfected Strike in my opinions there. I can defeat the right one, no problem. Shrug It Off blocks for everything. And then we're done. Anger. Do we want anger? I think I want... I'm not sure if I want anger. I think I'll take 1 anger. Alright, the wing statue, we could choose to get the gold, but removing cards from my deck is such a strong option. Remove cards. And we're removing a strike. I like getting rid of those strikes early. Start with Shrug It Off. And then this is an often place where I see players that are new to the game going after the one that's attacking you. It's usually better to go after the one that is upgrading itself. Quick tip. Quick tip that you might not need if you're more experienced. So what do we have? Wild Strike, Clash, Second Wind. I typically like Second Wind. Second Wind is decent unupgraded. Definitely leans towards a particular type of Ironclad deck where we exhaust cards. But that is a staple Ironclad deck. I could heal 1. I don't think we're going to go into Act 3 again, but there's no sense upgrading cards, and healing 1 isn't really worth a rest, I think. So let's obtain the Ruby Key, just in case. Just in case we want to go into Act 3 with this one too. I think it'd be pretty crazy to go into 2 Act 3 runs in a row, though. Probably not going to do that. I could start with the uppercut. Uppercut, anger, strike. I think that's good enough that it's worth starting with that. So, Shrug It Off. Do we want Ash? Probably not. Second Wind only gets me 5. That's not great. Uppercut weakens the enemy. I like that. I might use Second Wind anyway because having the defend in my deck is not great. but having the defend and a second wind might be better than having a second wind with no defend. Uppercut. I think I want to do the uppercut. The question is, do I use Shrug It Off? I think so. For one, we could draw another anger. We have a bunch of angers. So there's a second wind, which gives me 8 block. That's a pretty decent second wind, and I'm happy to get rid of those defends now. That elite did not go down easy. Omamori is quite good, as long as I remember that I have it. Pummel Strike is much better upgraded. Blood for blood, it could just cost 0, you know? I think I'm going to be taking damage, so we're going to take blood for blood. Simple Spike Slime. Did I go here immediately? Yes. Okay. I went to this node because it was the only node that I could go to. But I didn't think enough about it to realize that it was definitely the only one that I could go to. If I play the Anger, this enemy will split. I don't want him to split just yet. I want him to split next turn. Huh. Second wind only gives me 6, but it's all I'm gonna get. If I play uppercut, I can defeat the right one. And then defeat that one with anger. Havoc is another one that I really like the upgrade for it. Making that cost 0 is a lot more significant to me. Twin Strike is fine. Don't really have much of a deck yet. I guess I'm going to take Twin Strike because I need something. That is awful. Why have I seen Toxic Egg both times? I mean, you expect to find eggs occasionally because there are 3 different eggs that you can find, but why did I get Toxic Egg twice? So here we're taking the Sapphire Key. Maybe we're going to go into Act 4 again. But step 1, survive before Act 4. Let's see here. Bash, Anger, Defend, I guess. Do I want this colorless potion? I think I might want to save the colorless potion for that elite up there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next turn. Next turn, I think I want a colorless potion. Huh. Chrysalis is interesting. Thinking Ahead is pretty good right now. Let's do Thinking Ahead. Huh. Well, it wasn't that great. What do we want on the draw pile? I guess a strike. I guess we're going to play 2 strikes and a Shrug It Off next turn. Maybe. Start with the Shrug It Off. Hey, that's nice. Getting the Dazed out means that we're burning that card. After I defeat the first of the sentries, I usually try to be a little bit more defensive. This deck doesn't really do that. This deck tends to turn offensive at the end rather than defensive, so it goes against what I usually do. I guess I could have played the defend. Didn't think about it, but I could have played the defend there before playing the second wind. Oh well, not important now. Would have made no difference. Matryoshka. Wow, we've gotten relics that don't really do much for me. The Omamori hasn't done anything yet. The Matryoshka doesn't do anything until the next act, typically. And the Toxic Egg was strictly worse than taking nothing. So this run is going quite poorly so far. I believe we can get past the first act, though. I want to use the second wind because I don't want to draw a defend later in this battle. This battle is one that you want to turn from defense into offense. If you get that far, which we didn't. Battle Trance. Battle Trance is excellent, even not upgraded. Wonderful. Let's start with a Shrug It Off, and then a Battle Trance. So I could do Second Wind here. Second Wind would give me a lot of block, and it would mean that we're going to be attacking the rest of this battle, which is fine. I would like... I guess what we're going to do is defend, Twin Strike, and Strike. Feels pretty bad to get this much damage from this battle. But here we are, and we're stuck with it. A weak potion. Decent potion. Flame Barrier, I think, is good. Let's take a Flame Barrier. And we need to rest. Alright. Is this enemy going to give me a relic that I actually want to take? That's the question. Do you have a shiny thing that I want? There are many shiny things that I don't want. Battle Trance would give him 2 strength. Let's weaken him. Weakness is pretty good in this battle. And I think I will do the Battle Trance. The Second Wind. Second Wind would save me from 7 damage this turn, but increase the damage for the rest of this. How long is this going to last? If I strike this turn, I don't win next turn. Still striking this turn. Oh. I almost win. Just barely. Hey, we got a pair. You know, pair is fine. I'll take a pair over everything else that we've gotten so far. And do I want another flame barrier? I don't know. How many flame barriers do you need? I guess 2. I guess 2 flame barriers. Well, I think that our deck is significantly weaker than the last run so far. But the last run was very powerful. Uppercut weakens, flame barrier just blocks. Flame barrier it is. And then next turn I should be able to split the slime boss. Yeah, an uppercut and a twin strike. It's not amazing, but 49 isn't the most terrible of splits. So second wind would be good with the slimed. I want to use Shrug It Off first. And then I question whether I want to use second wind. Could use flame barrier instead. Second wind exhausts the slime. Flame barrier does not exhaust flame barrier and defend. Flame barrier. Well, that's not the best of turns. They happen. I'm only taking 12 damage that turn. Could have been much worse. I don't really want to split him this turn with a weakened strike. So I'm going to play Flame Barrier and strike the one on the right. Because I'd rather get the Spike Slime's health down lower before I split. And there's no reason to play Shrug It Off this turn, so let's play Battle Trance before Shrug It Off. Yeah, let's hit this one really hard. Defeated. Much better than splitting it at 22 or whatever we would have split it at. And then now I don't want the defense in my deck, so let's exhaust them. This Blood for Blood has been pretty good. Usually when Blood for Blood is this good in Act 1, it's not a great sign. But here we are. We are where we are. Swift Potion, not bad. Corruption. Corruption is often very good. Doesn't go that well with Second Wind, but Corruption is rather good. Let's take it. Not being able to upgrade it doesn't bother me too much either. Cursed Key. We've got the Omamori, so Cursed Key is perfectly fine. Let's go. Omamori is paying off. I have a lot of money. I started getting 100 money and then I haven't gone to a shop yet. That's a little bit strange. I'm going to go to this shop and then go through that elite. Hey, we can play blood for blood. It's not as good as playing 3 strikes, but the fact that we can play it before getting hit is interesting. If I play the corruption, I can play one of the flame barriers and a twin strike. Seems nice. Shrug it off. No reason not to play all the defense, I think. Let's burn them while we have them. And then neither of these actually apply anything because we're just stripping the artifact charges right now. Yeah, Battle Trance. Battle Trance it is. And then Bash, because we have stripped all the artifact charges. So we can't play Cleave, we can't take the Cleave, or we could, it would just be a curse. Disarm is quite good, and so Disarm is one of those things that when you have a corruption in your deck, it's usually nice to take a Disarm. It's going to exhaust anyway, so the downside of exhausting the card doesn't really hit you too much. I think I want to go toward a normal enemy because we need a better deck. And the only way to get a better deck is to get more cards. Corruption. We're going to play Corruption. Question is, do I play a colorless potion? I think I do. Well, this isn't great right now, but we'll take it anyway. It's not great right now because we can't draw any more cards this turn. Flame barriers, not bad. That gives me enough block. Do I want the defend in my deck, or would I rather burn it right now? Rather burn it. Second wind doesn't really do anything either. So strike him, bash him. Luckily, I think he's only taken 30 of our money. Oh, can we defeat him? I don't think so. Let's see here. I could play bash, strike, strike, or blood for blood and strike. The blood for blood and strike is better. And we just exactly defeat this mugger and get our money back. Yes. Drop kick might be good in this deck. I can never upgrade bash or uppercut, so they're not adding vulnerability all the time. But I think dropkick is still good with the number of times that we put vulnerability on. It's a hard decision though. Not sure if that one was the best. Flame barrier, quite good here. And you can see that the corruption has been wonderful for us so far. So uppercut. I want to end with twin strike. So anger, strike, and then twin strike. I end with twin strike because of how it works with malleable. The twin strike hits both times and then the block happens twice. what do we do here? We play the Shrug It Off, and then we play Second Wind. So a strike. This drop kick gets rid of the block, but does not trigger the malleable again. And then this strike deals some damage, and this strike can't do anything because of the block. Snake Plant. You have been a problem in previous runs of mine. Disarm is quite good against Snake Plant, though. Here we can use the drop kick. Because of malleable, we're not dealing... Oh, actually, because he's vulnerable, we are dealing the damage. Ugh. Just not quite enough. Blood for Blood takes care of it. Fire Potion. So far the elixir has not been worthwhile to me, so I will replace it with a Fire Potion, but I was hoping it would be. Alright, these cards are all upgraded. That's terrible luck. Goodbye, cards. Could get the Peace Pipe. Peace Pipe did help in the last run. The Inflame is not bad. What would we copy with Dolly's Mirror? We could copy a Battle Trance, I guess? I think that's worth it. Let's copy a Battle Trance. And then I think I want the Inflame. The Armaments would be terrible. And then Flash of Steel and remove something. Remove a strike. Start with Battle Trance. Actually, start with Flash of Steel. Flash of Steel and then Battle Trance. One of the two Battle Trances. Disarm is quite good against the Chosen. And then a Bash plus a Drop Kick gives us the energy back. Does not draw a card because we've played Battle Trance already. And then let's defend. How much does Blood for Blood do? 27? 27, eh? How about that? I do want to play the Inflame. It's a little bit annoying that this is adding a Daze. I do have Corruption next turn. So we're adding Dazes into the deck, unfortunately. Because we're going to be playing Corruption. And then the question is, do I play Flame Barrier? It adds another Dazed into the deck. I think the 12th block is worth it. And then we definitely play Second Wind. So we're blocking everything this turn, but our next turn is going to be terrible. We're only going to have 2 cards to work with. Alright, well, I think it was the right choice. It turned out well this time, at least. We have to play Uppercut. And then Blood for Blood has 22. Oh man. It's definitely worth it to get this attack potion. I guess all of these are roughly the same. None of them win outright. but it does win if I play Fire Potion, which I will. Okay, upgraded Perfected Strike, not good. Not great at all. Fire Breathing can be quite good. I like Fire Breathing. Flex is pretty bad. I think that I like Fire Breathing too much, but I do like it, so I'm taking it. Flame Barrier is good this turn. And the Uppercut is probably good too. Let's do the Uppercut here. Then the Flash of Steel. No Corruption this time. A little sad. We'll get back to it, I guess. Battle Trance. Second Wind is good in this battle because of the number of burns that he adds. The one that I just added, Fire Breathing, is good in this battle too. If I use Bash, the drop kick will give its energy back. And then I cannot quite defeat that enemy. Let's play the second wind now and Twin Strike here. So I'm taking 19 damage this turn, but also becoming vulnerable. If I could have defeated that one that last turn, it would have been very helpful. So I am currently dying. We can prevent that from happening. Flame Barrier is important. The Strike defeats this one. The Blood for Blood just deals damage. Do I play the Inflame? Or do I play Disarm? I think I play Disarm. I will play Disarm on Taskmaster because he's going to be the last one alive. And then Strike there, and Blood for Blood there. Here's where we play Fire Breathing. And then Battle Trance. Great. 2 wounds. That's what I wanted to see. Uppercut defeats this one. Defend blocks everything. Anger hits him. Now, with the amount of wounds that we have, I think this one might die to his own attacks, to his own wounds that he's added into our deck. Or we can just defeat him outright. Looks like that's what we're doing. An old coin. That will be useful later. Sword Boomerang is upgraded, we can't take that. True Grit really needs an upgrade, so we're not going to take that. Warcry is pretty similar. So this is already upgraded. These 2 cards kind of require upgrades for me to like them, so we're skipping. And then we've got to rest. Not to mention, can't upgrade anyway. So, I do have the Omamori. The question is, because of Matryoshka, I'm probably going to open all the chests I find, and the Omamori works with those. So I don't think the 175 gold is worth the second boss chest that we meet having a curse in it. So I'm going to take 100. As you would normally do. And then we're definitely opening this. It's got 2 relics inside. a whetstone, which is terrible. Not taking the whetstone. Bottled flame. Is there an attack that we always want to start with in our hand? I guess Flash of Steel, maybe? I really care more about corruption being in my hand than one of these attacks. Let's take Flash of Steel. So bottle, Flash of Steel. And then we're skipping another relic. Another relic that only helps me with upgrades. Flash of Steel. So, how bad is the Snecko curse? The confusion in this deck? I guess it's bad? Second wind would burn fire breathing, which is fine. And a defend, which is fine. There's the corruption. And then just a flame barrier. It's fine this turn. No need to get rid of that defend and that shrug it off just yet. No reason not to start with Battle Trance. Flame Barrier. Both the defends are good this turn. Uppercut, of course. And then I guess we're going to add another Anger. Even though they're not the best attack cards when you're confused. You'd want to play Flash of Steel before Battle Trance, but Flash of Steel costs 3, so we're playing Battle Trance first. And then second wind. Then the bash plus the blood for blood plus the strike. I guess I could have used the Swift Potion there. It would have been a risky maneuver, but it may have caused me to win that last turn. And not taking as much damage. Burning Pact is fine, but I really prefer to be able to upgrade it. Warcry, I really don't like an unupgraded Warcry, and I think the Bloodletting is not what we need. So, we're continuing on. I'm skipping that Fiery Elite right now for a couple of rests instead. Disarm is good against Snake Plants. And then don't mind an Anger. Flame Barrier plus the defend mostly defends? Mostly. And the fire breathing we just played to get it out of the deck. Because I don't yet have something that adds statuses myself to my deck. Honestly, all of this blocking is better than a 4 damage strike. There's the corruption. We certainly want to play the corruption. Let's play the Battle Trance first. Okay, so corruption, Twin Strike, or that's not Twin Strike, I meant Inflame, and Flash of Steel. Second Wind is not bad. It gives us 3 block. Okay, it's pretty bad, but it's better than nothing. The Flame Barrier does nothing here. Let's start with bash and dropkick. 2 flame barriers. Question is whether I want to play the defend. I think I do. We don't really want to encounter the defend again, but we would be happy to encounter the flame barriers again. And blood for blood wins. Metallicize is upgraded, so we cannot play it. Clothesline is fine, but not really something that makes this deck click. And then really don't need more angers. So, still not finding what I want. Which means I don't know if this one's going to win. We're going further though. We will continue to go further. What I'm really looking for are things that care about me exhausting cards. Those would be powers primarily. Start with a Battle Trance. Always play the Battle Trance before a Corruption. And then Flame Barrier plus Defend blocks everything. Don't really care about the Fire Breathing, and I do want to deal damage. I could get rid of the Second Wind and both Defends. I think that's worth it. Even though we're not blocking anything. I don't really want those in my deck. Start with the Battle Trance. I will definitely uppercut you. And I think I want to play the Inflame first. So Inflame, uppercut, Twin Strike. And then the Disarm we're going to put on the Mystic, because the Mystic is going to last longer than the Centurion. Dropkick draws us a card. Anger defeats the Centurion. And then we can bash the Mystic, blood for blood, strike, and let's shrug it off. And Battle Trance into an Anger. Another Dropkick. I don't know. I mean, I guess if I have enough drop kicks, this deck could actually go infinite if I remove some of the attacks. So we're going to take a drop kick under the idea that this deck could actually go infinite. And let me explain that for those who don't see it. So the way that the dropkick works, well, yeah, let's start with dropkick. So if you have dropkick in your deck and the enemy is vulnerable, let's pretend that you have bash in your deck and 2 dropkicks. If you have that, then you play the bash, then you play a dropkick, which is going to draw you a card. That card could be dropkick. Then you play the other dropkick, which draws you the first dropkick back, or maybe the bash. But the point is that you're going to play dropkick over and over again, and it's going to give you energy back each time. What you need to have in your deck is to have a really small deck that has mostly dropkicks in it. Corruption helps with that, because corruption makes it so that the skills that are in your deck disappear, which means the only things that are still gumming up your deck are attacks. The main problem here is anger. Anger would cause us to not be able to continually cycle on dropkicks. But the fact is, 2 dropkicks and something that gives vulnerable can end up being a crazy, amazing deck. It's hard to pull off, and we're probably not pulling it off this time. But the opportunity is there, so I'm taking the potential. Flame barrier's good here, along with a shrug it off. I think I'd rather defend than strike. I'm not really worried about this battle. This battle I think we have perfectly fine. What I'm worried about is Act 3. Act 3 I think we're not doing fine at right now. This deck could get a lot better before that happens though. Let's definitely disarm the Collector. And then playing Second Wind does nothing. We can at least defeat one of these and take only 10 damage. Watch me say that I'm not worried about this and then die to this. That's always a possibility. It happens sometimes to me. So bash and drop kick gives me the energy back. It's not that important. We can play everything in our hand. I would like to play the Second Wind. It gets rid of a battle trance, which is a little bit sad, but I think... Oh man. Actually, I didn't notice that we were frail. Being frail makes me question that. I could gain 6 block, but I'd lose a battle trance. Rather not do that. Let's just play the fire breathing to get rid of it. Alright, uppercut adds vulnerable, which means we can play a drop kick. And then I think that I don't want to play Shrug It Off. Let's get rid of the defense. $33. Couple flame barriers. And this might be a good time to use the Swift Potion. We'll play the Shrug It Off this time. I wish he was vulnerable right now with all the attacks, but oh well. We at least blocked a lot. So, uppercut. What is there left to Second Wind? Nothing. So we're going to play Second Wind first. Just get rid of it. Let's uppercut and then drop kick. Flash of Steel, another drop kick. A bash to keep him vulnerable. Blood for blood and anger. So as long as I can defeat... I'm definitely going straight after the Collector. If I can defeat him in the next 2 turns, we definitely win. No reason not to bash, right? Yeah, no reason not to bash. Alright. Just have to deal 16 plus however much he blocks. Start with dropkick. But blood for blood probably wins. There we go. Collector down. Second time defeated the Collector tonight. And that's right, the Collector is me, not you. Exhume, not bad. I like Exhume. Of course, better with the upgrade, but it's a skill, so as long as we play Corruption, Exhume is good. Okay, what do we do here? Transform all strike and defend cards. I mean, it's not like they're doing much for me, but they could become anything. I don't really want the Philosopher's Stone. I think we're going to take Pandora's Box. and hope. Seeing red is fine. Brutality's okay. Another second wind is not great. Clash is fine eventually. After we play corruption, Clash is fine. And Fiend Fire is fine. Okay. Didn't really get any block to replace my defense though. The Time Eater. Time Eater means that my idea of going infinite does not work against the Time Eater, because the Time Eater stops the clock on you. Huh. Normally I would play Corruption first here, but I think that Fiend Fire might be the better choice. If I do Uppercut and Fiend Fire, I can easily defeat this Exploder. Let's start with the Flash of Steel. I like the Flame Barrier plan more, so we're going to do Corruption, Flame Barrier. Always start with Battle Trance. There's no other way that you draw cards in your hand. Guess we'll play Inflame. Seeing red would allow me to play Dropkick. Guess that's fine. Allows me to defeat the Exploder. And then, is Brutality worth it in this battle? I don't think so. The one that I'm most concerned about is you. The Spiker. Disarming the Spiker doesn't really do much, but it's probably better than doing anything else against the Spiker. So if I attack, I will get dealt damage twice. I'm going to avoid attacking this time. Fire Breathing. Fire Breathing is really good with all the dazed that have appeared in my deck. New plan. We will win with fire. What would we exhume? Nothing this turn. Okay, now I'm going to exhume a Flame Barrier so that I can win without taking damage. Headbutt does nothing for me. Dual Wield might be good. Could be good. Let's take Dual Wield. If nothing else, we can burn it with Second Wind. A rare relic. I think this is worth it. I think this is worth it. Hard choice to make. So I am going to use the Fear Potion. Am I going to use the Fear Potion this turn? Yes. Flash of Steel first. I want to play Inflame. We're definitely playing Fire Breathing, because this battle adds a lot of burns to my deck, so the burns will turn into fire instead of the other way around, which is how burns usually work. Flame barrier blocks a little bit. Let's disarm you, since you'll be around longer. And then inflame to get a little bit more strength. Taking a lot of damage. Fiend Fire is good here. It's actually the only thing that I get to do this turn, though. Which is not so good. Still... dead. Start with Battle Trance. There's the corruption. I've been waiting for that corruption. And do I want to play it? I do. We're gonna Flame Barrier. We're gonna play the second wind to burn the Battle Trance. Gives us a little bit of block. Second wind can burn those burns. Oh no. I guess I die. No, I counted that wrong. I meant 2. That was definitely not worth it, by the way. But I did survive, so it could be worth it in the end. Don't really need the clash, the other 2 are upgraded. Let's hope I can heal a little bit. I'm not going to lose 180 or 168 gold for that relic, so we'll skip that. I can accept a curse in order to heal 26, or I can lose 5. I think I need the heal. We're going to take the heal. This is going to use up the Omamori, and then I still plan to open the chest when we get to it. All right, what do we need? None of those relics are incredible for me. I guess the ice cream is fine. Let's take ice cream and remove one of these cards that... Let's remove the brutality. One of the cards from the Pandora's box. Oh my gosh. Do I need to buy one of these? There is an elite coming up. I think I'm going to buy the attack potion to use in the elite battle. Because we can't avoid an elite battle. My nemesis. Inflame first. Don't want to play Fiend Fire this turn. Aha, both in flames at the very beginning. Not too bad. $45 damage. Draw 3 cards. And then we get Corruption. Wonderful. I'm going to play Second Wind. Do I play Disarm before Second Wind? Or do I just play Second Wind? I think I played the Disarm before Second Wind. Because that'll reduce it by 2 this turn and next turn and the following turn. We could get another Disarm with the Exhume. Kind of like that. Let's start with Uppercut and Dropkick, though. mean, I'll play Seeing Red and Flame Barrier in order to play Clash. We will get a Disarm back and play Clash. Another option there was copying the Clash. I decided not to do that. Okay, we're not dead. Flame Barrier or Fire Breathing will be very good in this one, so let's play that. And then Battle Trance. Flame Barrier, of course. And then no reason not to play these cards. Unless I want to save the energy for next turn. I think when you've got 8 energy, you already have enough energy. And we're not dead yet. Alright, next turn is the turning point. It matters what happens this turn as to whether this battle turns out well. Alright, not great so far. This is terrible. Alright, let me use my attack potion. Sever Soul is very good here. There we go. Sever Soul, exhaust all those burns. That allows me to play the Clash as well. That attack potion turned out to be very helpful in this battle. So, Bash and Drop Kick, and then Battle Trance. The Fiendfire doesn't quite win, but we're going to play it. This at least weakens our enemy here. So we're only taking 6. Alright. Mummified Hand. Not bad. A block potion might save us in the future. Double tap, not as good when you can't upgrade it. Not as good. Could still be good. I think I'm going to skip it though. Let's start with a Flash of Steel. Great. Corruption. Oh, Corruption caused Inflame to be 0. That's nice. And then we're not taking 12 damage, so I'm going to save my block potion until we're taking 12 damage. I'm glad I reduced your strength by 2. Huh. Taking 12 damage. So, right now, I'm dying. Is there a way for me not to die? I think the way for me not to die would be to kill this one. Or to get more block than I think I can get. Let's see here. So this would give me, put my block down to 2, which means I need to block 8. I could play the second wind and block 5 by burning the Inflame. Not good enough. That does 30. And that does 20. Or no, 20 and 20. Alright, I think we die. Well, the one possibility here is that Inflame, if I play Inflame, it'll cause one of these cards to be 0 cost. If it acts on the Blood for Blood or the Heavy Blade, then I get to play both of them after I play Inflame. The Heavy Blade normally does 14, so Inflame will add 6 to it. That would be 26. 26 plus 22 is 48. And that means the drop kick would work. Okay, so actually we can survive. I use the drop kick first, then the Inflame, which is guaranteed to hit one of these. Then the Heavy Blade and the Blood for Blood. And we survive. Alright. That was the only out that I had. Glad to have gotten it. Let's start with the battle trance. So, Fiendfire could be quite good. Another option is to play the other battle trance and play the dual wield to copy an attack, which could be Clash. And then I could still play Fiendfire. So let's do that. We're going to copy Clash. How much damage can I do? I could certainly kill you, and I need to kill you in order to survive. If I play the Bash first, we're going to play Bash on you. So now, Fiendfire is doing 16 for each card. I need it to exhaust 3 cards in order to defeat that. Or I could play Clash and then use Fiendfire here. Okay, we've got 2 enemies left. Both of them are at half health. Huh. Well, what do we have in here? We have a battle trance. So we could exhume a battle trance. Exhuming a battle trance seems pretty good. Let's start with that. And I do not want to play Anger first. Flame Barrier. I can second wind the Fire Breathing. And then I can survive one of these 2 enemies' attacks. So I need to defeat an enemy again. Well, let's defeat you. And then there's no reason to play the Anger unless I want more Angers in my deck. Alright, 2 enemies at half health, yet again. Seems like we get into this situation a lot. Heavy Blade defeats you immediately. Let's start there. Wonderful. We're still alive. And, oh, Dark Embrace is what I want in this deck. But I can't use the upgraded version. It's so sad. Alright, we're going to get a curse here, but we're also going to get 2 relics. Oh, I got a terrible curse. I got the pain curse. That hurts. At least I have lots of ways to exhaust cards. Dreamcatcher makes my fires a little bit better. So I definitely cannot do I Am Awake. I could do I Am Healthy, but healing to full and getting a curse in my deck. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it. It might be worth it. Alright, here we go. I am healthy. Heal to full. I've got 2 curses in my deck now. Luckily, lots of ways to exhaust things. Unlucky, we've got a lot of other problems. I think blood for blood is worth it right now. My deck never quite made it there, which is why I believe we're gonna die. No reason not to use Seeing Red, because we have the ice cream. Fiend Fire is 0. Well, let's use a Heavy Blade and a Fiend Fire. Alright, and then take 30 damage. Ouch. Let's start with the drop kick. Disarm is quite good. I think I'm going to dual wield the Inflame, but we're going to start by playing Corruption. And then we dual wield the Inflame, and then play both Inflames. Alright. Both the pain and the doubt in my hand, but I get to burn both of them in one go. Very nice. That's the best you can hope for when you have 2 curses in your deck like that. Definitely playing both Flame Barriers. And then no reason not to play everything else. And no reason to play them in a particular order either. I will not play Shrug It Off unless I just want to play Clash, which might happen. Don't need to. Alright, we took almost 40 damage in that one. Don't think another Twin Strike helps the deck. Really not finding what I want to find. Do I go to the Fires, or do I go to an Elite and a question mark? I think we go to the Fires. So I can't take the Havoc Plus. Burning Pact seems fine, especially with 2 curses in the deck. Okay, this could be the cause of another curse in the deck. Let's hope it's not. Okay. The Anger... I've got to play the Anger, I think. Let's start there. Now it's 12. 12 we can do with the Flame Barrier. If I dual wield the Inflame, then I can make the Flame Barrier cost 0. Guaranteed. And play another Inflame. Pain. Pain is not good. Don't like to see pain in my hand. And no way to exhaust it. I guess I should play Fire Breathing. And Shrug It Off. And then the Uppercut is definitely worth it. And then we ran out of energy. The Fiendfire can get rid of the doubt. The Bash plus the drop kick can draw me a card. Start with there. We'll play Battle Trance. Another drop kick. And then Fiendfire. Do we want to play Disarm first? Yes. Oh, great. That's probably the best outcome we could have hoped for. Start with Corruption. I think I want to do the Twin Strike first to see what the Writhing Mast lands on. 15 attack. I like that. So let's not use the blood for blood. And then in theory, probably win this turn. I at least have a lot of damage in my hand. There we go. These are still not the cards that I want. Let's skip them. Desperately looking for something. And I'm not yet finding it. I'm really looking for powers. Start with Flash of Steel. I could Burning Pack that second wind, maybe? Burning Pack the second wind. And then Fire Breathing. Or, I meant to say, and then Battle Trance, but actually what I was thinking is better. Because I can do Seeing Red, and then Fire Breathing to make the blood for blood cost 0. And then we can dual wield the Inflame. So that we can play Inflame and Corruption. And Inflame. This is actually probably the best this deck can do. Is what it's been doing this turn. This round. Do I want to burn my Shrug It Off? I guess I do. Don't really like to see that doubt, though. Second Wind burns the pain. So does Fiendfire, but let's do Second Wind. Bash and Dropkick. We can Exhume. Let's Exhume a Flame Barrier. Shrug It Off. I think I want to Exhume the Shrug It Off. Draw a card. Yes, that was great. Then we can Heavy Blade. And then we won't play the Fiendfire. Dropkick is good. Let's start with Dropkick. Can't really play Battle Trance first. I'd rather have the Twin Strike come back around, so I'm going to play the Twin Strike to put it in my discard pile, and then play the Dropkick, so I could potentially draw the Twin Strike again this turn. Dropkick. So I want the Flame Barrier for next turn, if we draw enough cards to get back to it next turn. I'm weakened and he's no longer vulnerable. I guess I can dual wield that Heavy Blade though. So let's start with an Uppercut, then a Flash of Steel. The Bash is better played than burned. And then we can dual wield... We can dual wield the heavy blade. That's our best source of damage, and we survive. That one actually went well. Like I said, at the beginning of that was probably the best our deck could do. Ah, the upgraded disarm. I'd love to have it, but I can't. Pummel might be worth it. Let's take a pummel. We do gain a lot of strength. And then one last chance for a card. And all of them are upgraded, so we cannot take them. Alright, here we go against the Time Eater. I don't feel great about this, but I am fully healthy. And I have 3 potions. One of these potions heals me for 5. Well, all of them heal me for 5, but I was thinking about playing Liquid Bronze immediately, and I'm going to not do that, because I think I may want the 5 health more than the initial 3 damage that it would deal. Let's see. Fire breathing. Fire breathing is something. I mean, we have 2 curses in our deck. Seeing red is fine to do now. Let's use a Flash of Steel. Okay. I'm fine with all 4 cards that we played. Gotta be careful what cards we play. We're definitely playing Uppercut this turn, because Uppercut weakens our foe, and the weakness does give us some block. Let's play Inflame first. How about that? It made the Uppercut 3. And then the Drop Kick is probably worth the 1 damage that we take from Pain. And then the Dual Wield, or the Twin Strike, is probably worth the 1 damage we take from Pain. Great. And then let's use our Block Potion. No, we will not use the Block Potion, because we want the health from it, not just the block from it. Okay, now we will use Liquid Bronze, because we get the 5 health, and we're going to be dealing 3 damage. I don't want to play the Pummel just yet. I want to play 4 cards this turn. Start with Shrug It Off, and then a Bash, and then a Drop Kick, and then we could Second Wind the Pummel. Wait a minute. Why didn't I get the Second Wind? Oh. The Second Wind doesn't do that. I was thinking of Dual Wield. I was looking at Second Wind, I said Second Wind, I thought Dual Wield. Exhuming Seeing Red doesn't do anything for us. This is a good turn to use the Block Potion. And I'm going to use Inflame. I think that I don't want Anger, and I don't really care for Exhume, but I also don't care to play Fiendfire and do basically no damage. So we'll stop there. We'll start with Burning Pact. Get rid of Doubt. And then Battle Trance. Blood for Blood is always good. Is it time to play Corruption? I don't think so, especially because we have 11 energy. So I think we play Disarm and Blood for Blood. And save some turns for next turn. I want to play another Disarm. So let's Exhume the disarm and play it again. Uppercut weakens, so that's good. And then I could either play 4 cards this turn, or I could play 4 cards next turn. Let's play 4 cards this turn. Oh, Flame Barrier is nice. Let's do that as one of the cards. And then Heavy Blade. Alright, we might win this. Not sure yet, but we might. Let's see here. Second Wind I don't care about. Let's Burning Pact the second Wind. Ugh. What a time to Burning Pact a second Wind, right? Alright, let's stop there. Okay, we're going to Battle Trance. And then we've got to get rid of Pain. And there's a storm right outside my window. I wonder if you can hear it. I hope that doesn't mess up this sound too much. I want to play Bash. I want to play Fiend Fire. I want to play Flame Barrier. Let's do those. So Flame Barrier, and then Fiend Fire. Yes. Okay, I need to play the Speed Potion sometime. Don't know when. Flash of Steel. Let's dual wield this Heavy Blade. And then Heavy Blade. Now, can I win next turn playing only 3 cards? I think that's extremely unlikely. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this turn. Next turn he's going to heal himself. So what we want to do is we want to play 4 cards. Corruption is a great time to play this. Great time to play Corruption here. And then we play these just to play them, not to do the damage. Alright. Now, we've just got to deal lots of damage. Blood for Blood is great. Drop Kick. Flash of Steel. Let's do a Battle Trance. Let's dual wield another Heavy Blade. Because the Heavy Blades are really what's going to win this for us. Heavy Blade, Heavy Blade. Do I want to play 3 cards just so that next turn I can play more than 3 cards? Yes. 1 card, 2 card, 3 card. Alright, this is a nail biter right here. Can we do it? If we do, I think we've got to win this turn. Therefore, putting Vulnerable on first is important. Heavy Blade is good. We don't need Flame Barrier. Flame Barrier doesn't do it this turn. Battle Trance. And then a Heavy Blade. Ho-ho, we won! That one was a nail biter, and I did not believe throughout almost the entire run, but we made it. So we defeated Slay the Spire with the Ironclad, never playing an upgraded card on Ascension 3. And it was close the entire way. Wonderful. All right. Not only did we win 2 runs in a row with this challenge, but also I feel like both of those runs were quite difficult runs to play. And I'm sure I made several mistakes, but I feel pretty good about how I played through those 2 runs. So I think this particular stream and these 2 runs felt great. And I am glad to have experienced it. I hope you were too. I will be doing more of these. I have one more idea for a challenge run, and it's not a very unique idea. You could probably guess what it is. Feel free to try. But I've got one more of these challenge runs that I intend to do, and then after that I'm going to go through the same challenges that I've done so far and just try to win, beat my personal best. Win with other characters, win on higher ascension levels, maybe just get to higher floors than I got the first time. Just do something to get further than I did the first time. But anyway, this was a rather long stream, longer than normal. Thanks for coming, and I will see you next time.